In this video I show you how to create this smooth title animation that you see on the screen. Let's go. Okay, we create a new composition and we can rename this. And we will be using the settings, so click OK and we will select horizontal type tool right away and type in your text. And now I press Ctrl A to select the whole text and I'll go to Align panel to align it to the center of the screen. So I align it horizontally and vertically. And this is the font I'm using for this. It's called Montserrat Black and the size is 350. Now we want to add an effect to this, so we go to Effects and Presets and type in Gradient Ramp. It's this one. We double click to add to the text and we drag these points like that. So one to the upper left and one to the bottom right. And we need to change the start and the end color for those. So I already have this color codes that I've written down. So Ctrl C to copy the first one and then we paste it here. So Ctrl V to paste and same for the second one. We select it, Ctrl C to copy and then Ctrl V to paste. Looking fine. And now we are gonna duplicate this text, so Ctrl D to duplicate and then move this down and double click on it to change the text. And now I'll press Ctrl A to select the whole text and change the size of it to 80. So it's a smaller size and I'll take off this gradient ramp effect from it so it's white. And now I want to align this to the center of the screen. So I go to Align panel and then align this horizontally and vertically. So now it's centered into this bigger text. So now we want to give this, we want to animate this text. So we will animate the first one, the bigger text. So we open the settings and then go to Animate, add tracking to it, and then we open the settings for range selector. We change the offset to -100, set a keyframe to it at the beginning, and then go to first second and now change it to 100. Select the keyframes and then press F9 for a smoother animation to easy ease. And now we go to Advanced. And then we can change this one, shape, change this to ramp up. Now we need to add, go to Add, and then Property, we add Position, and we also want to add, go to Add, so Property, we also want to add Opacity. And then we change this opacity, position, we change position to -50 and change opacity to 0, and we can have a look at the animation. Okay, first one is complete, so we need to animate the second text now. We open the settings, go to Animate, and we do the same, we add tracking to it. And now we open the settings for range selector. And this time we set a keyframe on start. So make it 0 and we move by 20 frames. So shift page down twice, shift page down, and then change this to 100. Select the keyframes and then press F9 to easy ease. Now we open the settings for advanced and change this based on to words. And then we do the same, we go to Add Property, add Position, and then we also add Opacity. Change position to -20, and then change opacity to 0. So we have this type of animation for the second one. And now we close the settings. Now we want to create a mask to this, so make sure to not select anything here from this layers, and then select rectangle tool. Make sure that it has no stroke and that it has a fill to it. So now we are gonna make sure that the mask covers everything. So select rectangle tool and then make sure that it covers this second text fully. Just like that. And now we can press enter to rename this. I'll rename this to mask. And then we can animate this. So I'll press S and then uncheck this one. We need to uncheck this one. So we go to the beginning and then change this Y value to 0. Set a keyframe to it at the beginning, and then we go to first second and then change this back to 100. So we have this type of animation to the mask. And now we want to duplicate this, duplicate the mask. So Ctrl D to duplicate, and we will move this down. So one for the first text and one for the second. So now we change this track matte option for it. And if you don't see the track matte option, then just press F4 and you'll be able to see. For the first one, we change the track matte to alpha inverted. And then for the second one, we change it to alpha matte. So because we created alpha inverted, we get this type of cut effect to the text. And alpha matte, we have this mask for the second text. So when we have a look at it, this is the type of animation we get, and we can move this layers forward. So I selected two masks. So select first and then Control select the other one, and then I'll move this masks to 15th frame. And for the second text, I can move this to first second. Let's have a look. That should be it for the animation. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a like as well.